Alright, so this is a tutorial on how to do a proper IV. These are the materials you're going to need. First, you're going to need whatever type of fluid you're going to be using, an IV needle with catheter, alcohol prep. You're going to need a tourniquet, a pair of gloves, a tegaderm. This tegaderm is super big. It's not really used for IVs, but this is all I had. IV tubing, medical tape, some 4x4s for the patient, and hand sanitizer to clean your hands. And don't forget a Chuck's pad to set up your station. Once you have all your stuff set up, first thing you want to do is go ahead and wash your hands. If you have any rings on, just go ahead and place them to the side because bacteria can get in there. Wash your hands in warm water. Get a nice little lather going on. Wash them for about 15 to 20 seconds. You get the point. Dry them. Now that you got your hands dry, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and prep your IV bag. Make sure to inspect for any discolorations, expiration date, any punctures in the bag. Go ahead and take it out. Get your IV tube in here. Go ahead and open that up also. The important part with the IV tubing, make sure not to touch the spike once you decap that, and make sure not to take this part off until you need to. This is how you spike a bag. Pull this part out. Go ahead and take this off. You just insert it like so. Once you get it in, go ahead and fill the drip chamber up halfway. And then make sure to prime your tubing all the way until it starts dripping. Make sure all air bubbles are out. Once you have flow and you see there's no air bubbles, go ahead and just clamp it off so that it doesn't drip out no more. Alright, next thing you're going to do, you're going to want to go ahead and sanitize your hands like so. Remember, you got all your stuff ready in front of you, so it should all be here. The only thing we're missing right now is the patient. Put your gloves on. Like so. Like so. So, you want to go ahead and get your patient, or technically you'd be on a tray and then you'd move all this stuff to your patient. But since we're not in a hospital, I'm going to have my patient come to me. So come here, patient.
Yes, sir.
Use this on.
Use this on?
Yeah. First thing you're going to want to go ahead and do is ask the patient, are you allergic to any latex?
No.
Or do you have any allergies to any medications or anything like that?
No.
If they say no, go ahead and ask the patient information. If it matches, cool. This is the right person. You're going to want to go ahead and get your tourniquet here and place it maybe an inch or two above the antecubital space. And just go ahead and tighten it. Once you do that, feel for a vein. When you find it, slap and tap it. Do whatever you want. Get that vein aggravated. Also, alcohol helps. If they're cold, you can go ahead and warm up the spot. But generally, I'd like to just tap and flick it. And you can see that vein sticking out real well. Okay, once you've located your vein, you can see that nice vein right there. You want to go ahead and prep the site with alcohol. Just go ahead and swipe over it in a circle, going outward. Once you do that, let it dry. This is where you get the needle. when you open the needle, you take off the little cap it comes with. Make sure the catheter slides. Otherwise, if you stick it in the patient without seeing if it slides first, once you get in there and the catheter doesn't slide, it's gonna fuck up. So the way you hold this IV needle is with these two fingers, and you hold it like that. Some people like to hold it like this. Some people like to hold it like this, and remember, you can't get that catheter in there. You're gonna use your pointer finger to slide that catheter in. What you're looking for is flash in the flash chamber. So, like so, just tell your patient, ready? Just go ahead and anchor down the skin. 1, 2, 3, poke. As you can see, I got flash in the flash chamber. Once you see that, all you need to do is slide that catheter in. I got the catheter in. You're going to want to go ahead and occlude. Take off the tourniquet. You can go ahead and pull out the needle. As you see, I'm occluding his vein so no blood is coming out. You want to hold this real tight, otherwise you're going to bleed out like this, and you don't want that. So, once you have it occluded, this is where
don't watch.
This is where you get your IV tubing that you've primed earlier. Make sure you stick it in, and then once you get that in, just go ahead and tighten down like that. Once that's on, you want to go ahead and turn on your tubing. Go ahead and turn it on for me.
I don't know how to do that.
Just roll it up.
Oh.
And then you watch the drip chamber to see if there's any
Yeah.
flow
dripping.
going.
It's dripping. I can see it.
Okay, so that's good. You're good. Okay, next you're gonna get your tegaderm. You just peel it off. Like I said, this is a super huge tegaderm. This isn't the one you'd be using.
I don't think you're recording, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you just place it over.
So good.
And you just take it off from the sides. Oh, this is gonna suck for you because you're hairy. All this is doing is just making sure that the IV site stays sterile, and it also holds down the IV tubing. At this point, you can go ahead and just tape your patient up so that you know the line is secured. I like to go 2 or 3 strips just around. You don't have to go all the way around the thumb, but you can loop it around like this and then just tape again here and then one more. You would have a sharps container too, so your needle wouldn't be there where it is right now.
That's comforting.
And that is how you do an IV. If you have any questions, just ask them.